What if I told you that death might not be the end? That some people don't just die, they come back, with memories of lives they've never lived, or shouldn't have. Today, we're diving deep into 10 of the most chilling, mysterious, and downright unexplainable reincarnation stories ever recorded. Whether you're a skeptic or a firm believer, these cases will leave you questioning everything. Don't forget to subscribe if you love stories that walk the line between mystery and the supernatural. And hey, by the end, tell me, which story felt the most real to you? Or maybe, you've got your own? Let's begin. In 1957, two sisters, Joanna and Jacqueline Pollock, tragically died in a car accident in England. A year later, their mother gave birth to twin girls, Gillian and Jennifer. But here's where it gets spooky. Jennifer had birthmarks exactly where Jacqueline did. As toddlers, they asked for toys that belonged only to the deceased sisters. They could identify landmarks from the old neighborhood, despite being too young to have ever seen them. Psychologists have debated this for decades. Was it a grief-fueled coincidence? Or something much deeper? What do you think? Can trauma echo across lives? Imagine your 2-year-old son starts screaming about plane crashes and little man can't get out. James Leininger was obsessed with World War II planes. He knew details about aircraft and battles no toddler should know. His parents eventually traced his memories to James Houston Jr., a fighter pilot killed in Iwo Jima in 1945. Here's where it gets jaw-dropping. James knew the name of the aircraft carrier Houston served on. He recognized fellow pilots from Houston's squad. He even knew how Houston died. His plane was shot down from behind. Veterans and historians verified these facts. Could this be reincarnation? Or is it a case of subconscious genius? Would you trust your child's memories if they started recounting a war they never learned about? In 1930s Delhi, a girl named Shanti Devi began recalling another life in a town she had never visited. She insisted her name was Lugdi Devi. She spoke about her husband, a merchant in Mathura, and described their house in detail. She even recognized him when they brought him to meet her. A government investigation was launched. The findings? Her statements were uncannily accurate. India's top scholars at the time couldn't debunk it. This case is still referenced in reincarnation research. Even Gandhi reportedly showed interest. In Syria, a 3-year-old boy shocked his village by claiming he had been murdered in a past life. He led elders to a buried axe, then guided them to a grave, his past body. Named the murderer, who later confessed under pressure. This isn't just chilling, it's criminal justice from beyond the grave. Skeptics say it's folklore, but anthropologists were on site, documenting everything. Can justice transcend lifetimes? At age 3, Swarnlata from India began singing songs in a dialect foreign to her region. She recalled being a woman named Bia Puttock from another town, with vivid memories of her family. When taken there, she recognized her past life, home, identified relatives, and pointed out family secrets. Even more mind-blowing, she hugged a man and said he was her past brother, and he broke down in tears. Her story has been studied by reincarnation researcher Dr. Ian Stevenson, who investigated hundreds of similar cases. An Ohio toddler named Luke began insisting he used to be a firefighter. He described the Great Fire of Chicago in alarming detail. He even remembered a falling beam that caused his death. He built detailed models of old fire stations, including one that matched blueprints from a firehouse demolished in 1910. No one in the family had knowledge of this history. What compels a child to relive such specific, traumatic details? A woman named Sandra had recurring dreams of being a black jazz singer in 1930s Chicago, and being murdered by a man in a green suit. She'd never been to Chicago, never studied jazz. Years later, on a trip to the city, she randomly walked into an old bar and froze. It was the same layout from her dreams. She later found records of a lounge singer named Ruth Simmons, murdered in the exact way she described. Are dreams just dreams? Or fragments of lives we've already lived? A British boy named Carl began drawing detailed images of World War II German aircraft, complete with technical markings. He claimed to be a Nazi pilot who was shot down over Britain. Years later, a plane was excavated near his hometown, exactly where Carl said it would be, and the pilot's name matched Carl's story. This one's dark and complex. How do we reconcile past lives with difficult histories? Is reincarnation neutral? Or does morality travel with the soul? A Virginia man named William began undergoing hypnosis for anxiety, only to recall scenes of the Civil War. He spoke as a soldier named John Mallory. He knew exact troop movements from the Battle of Shiloh. His memories included names that were later verified in military records. He had no prior interest in history, and these weren't just general facts. Some believe trauma can imprint the soul so deeply, it echoes across generations. This story is wild. A 4-year-old boy named Ryan started waking up from nightmares, clutching his chest, saying he couldn't breathe. He then began naming actors, movie sets, restaurants, even agents, from 1930s Hollywood. A photo in an old book made him scream. "That's me!" Turns out, he identified a background actor who died of a heart attack, and knew personal details even film historians didn't. University researchers later confirmed over 50 specific facts Ryan said were accurate. Is the afterlife just a new script? So, there you have it, 10 reincarnation stories that stretch the boundaries of what we consider possible. Maybe they're hoaxes. Maybe they're subconscious genius. Or maybe, just maybe, there's more to this life than we understand. What do you believe? Have you ever felt like you've been here before? Déjà vu? Strange dreams? Unexplainable memories? Drop your stories in the comments. The best ones might just be featured in our next episode. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to keep exploring the world's most mysterious cases with us. Until next time, stay curious.